Hi guys, and welcome to day 7 of the Organize Your Life in 14 Days challenge. We are on our halfway mark today, and today we are talking about decluttering our friendships. I know this is probably a topic that's going to make people a little bit uncomfortable again. I promise you the payoff is absolutely worth it. So let's get into it. Okay guys, like I said, today we're talking about our friendships, and mainly we're talking about decluttering our friendships and removing or at least limiting toxic people from our lives. And one of the places that these tend to show up is in our friendships. So what do we do about it? So before we get into decluttering our friendships, we need to know why. Why do we need to remove these people from our lives? Everything in life is an energy exchange. No matter what we do, we're exchanging energy in some way, shape, or form, whether it's force, whether it's heat, or whether it's energy that we can't see or touch. And a lot of that energy is in how we interact with people. So when it comes to our friends, we have two main categories. We have friends who give energy, who when you're around them, you feel energized, and when you've spent time with them, you feel really great and you're happy and you're laughing and you just feel so good. And then we have friends who take energy from us, and when you are around them, you feel exhausted, you feel tired, you feel drained. Generally, these people are people who they complain a bit, or they don't take responsibility for things in their own life, and you feel like when you're with them, you're constantly giving them your energy and you feel like your energy is being drained. That's why when you leave from being around them, you feel tired and exhausted and you just don't feel that great. Now, don't get me wrong, they might be great friends of yours. You may have been friends for a long time. They might be people who are so welcome in your life and who you love dearly, but it's really important to know which of these categories your friends fall into, whether they're energy giving friends or whether they're energy taking friends. And in the same breath, it's also important that you know that about yourself, but that's another topic for another day. Today, we're just going to talk about our friendships. So the people who give us energy, that's great. They are the people who we want to spend time with. They're the ones who we are gravitating towards. They're the ones who we really love being around. And at the same time, you need to make sure that you're giving that same energy as well. So when you're spending time with those friends, you're not the energy suck in that relationship, that it is kind of a symbiotic relationship where you really do work off each other and you both give each other energy, and those interactions are always really exciting. They're always the ones that you go away from feeling really good. They're not the friendships that we need to focus on today. Today we need to talk about the ones who drain your energy, the energy sucking friendships. Now, I'm not saying that you have to cut these people from your lives completely, but what you need to do is you need to be really aware of how much of your own energy you're giving these people and how much of your time you then give them. If these friendships mean a lot to you and if these people mean a lot to you, then perhaps you just need to adjust how much time you are spending with them or adjust how you're spending time with them. One thing I really do need to say here is that these aren't necessarily bad people. These are just people who may not be in the same frame of mind as you. They may not be in the same place energetically as you, and they may not just match where you're at in life at this point in time, and that's okay. They're not necessarily bad people. They don't mean to suck your energy from you. That's just how it is. So don't think that I'm saying that these are bad people and you absolutely have to cut them off. That's definitely not the case at all. But like I said, you might just have to change how you interact with them. So maybe limiting how often you see them. With friends who are that energy sucking friend, they're actually a lot better to catch up with in a group setting. So maybe when you go and see them, you invite a whole heap of other friends as well. And then the whole energy of the place is built up. And then it's not all on you to build them up. It is spread out amongst other people. So it's not quite as draining to see them then either. Now, while we've said that these people aren't necessarily bad people and that these energy sucking friendships are just ones that you need to be mindful of, there also might be people in your life who are just toxic. And for those people, you really do need to just cut them off. So have a think about the people that you spend your time with, have a think about the friends that you have, and have a think about how those relationships and those interactions impact on you, and whether it's really adding to your life or whether it's taking from it. Is it a positive relationship or is it a toxic one? Now, these toxic friendships as well might be people that you've been friends with for a long time. They might be people that you feel like you need to see or you feel like you should be seeing, but you need to remind yourself you don't owe anyone anything. at all. You do not owe anyone anything. You do not owe them your energy. You do not owe them your time. No matter what they have done for you in the past, you don't owe them. This is a huge thing that I've had to wrap my head around, because as a people pleaser, I am generally the first person to put my hand up and to give my time and give my energy, especially to these people who are energy sucking friends. And I have learned over the last few years that that is just not how life is meant to be. Now, you might be wondering why this is part of an Organize Your Life challenge, and it's because these friends really do have an impact on how you spend your days, how you spend your time, and therefore how you spend your life. Your energy sucking friends are going to take up so much more time and so much more mental space than those who give you energy, and they are taking your energy from you that you should be or could be spending elsewhere. Throughout this challenge, we've been talking about creating a life that you love and designing a life that you love and organizing your life in a way that you love it. So your friendships are definitely part of that. You need to work out whether these people are going to be part of your life moving forward, whether you want them to be. Do they help you live the life that you absolutely want to live? Do they fit into that picture? And if they don't, perhaps it's time to move on. Now, you don't have to have some big friendship breakup or anything like that, and there doesn't have to be a big fight or a big confrontation or anything. You don't even need to tell them that you're not going to be spending much time with them anymore. It's a whole lot easier to just start winding back your time, and you don't have to end these friendships. You don't have to cut these friendships off. It doesn't have to happen in a negative way at all. It might just be as simple as winding back how much time you spend with them. Maybe you catch up once a month instead of every single week, or maybe you don't respond to every text as soon as it comes in. It's about protecting your time, protecting your space, and protecting your energy so that you can use that time, space, and energy to create the life that you love. It's okay to let friendships go. It's okay to let people move on from your life. Just because you've been friends with someone doesn't mean they need to stay in your life. I'm a big believer that people come into your life at certain times for a reason, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they need to stay in your life moving forward. So today's task is kind of like a friendship audit. It's about going through in your mind the friends that you have and analyzing whether or not they are energy giving friendships or if they're energy taking friendships, and whether or not you want those friendships to be part of the life that you are designing for yourself. Today's task is not an easy one. I am totally aware of that, and it can take a bit of time, but the seed has been planted, the thought has been planted, and you will start to think of these things now. When you interact with your friends and when you see people in your life, you'll start to think about that energy giving or energy taking and that whole energy exchange, and it'll make you start to see things a little bit differently. Okay, that's it for today. I know today's task was a bit emotional, but I promise tomorrow's is going to be much more fun. On day 8 tomorrow, we are talking all about organizing your catch-ups with your friends. So do make sure you hit subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell below so that you get notified when that video does go live. And I would love to hear your thoughts on friendships and energy exchanges in those friendships below. So do make sure you pop a comment below. I would really love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.